Hey y'all, it's K Divine. Coming back with another message. So I know I updated y'all yesterday about what my situation is right now, and although it's not like the most ideal thing for me, I'm just really glad to be with my daughter. I had a conversation with my ex last night, and it got me thinking. Cause I tried to explain to him this whole gang stalking thing, and it's something that I realized like for the people who've never been through something like this, especially because like my ex is a agnostic atheist. So which this is a sidebar. When we first got together, I knew that. But I was kind of iffy with my belief system at the time. This was before I had my spiritual awakening. So, you know, it's not that I didn't believe in a God. It's just I wasn't really sure on where I stood in my spirituality and what my thought process was on that. So he really doesn't believe in the spiritual realm, and he doesn't think about that type of stuff. Um, hold on. So he was telling me that he wants me to go to therapy and like, oh well, if you need to be on meds and all that. I'm like, I'm not crazy, bro. And it's just so it's hard. It's really disheartening to talk to people about this because it's like because even if you go on like TikTok or anything and or on other YouTube videos, the majority of people who talk about gang stalking tell you that most people will tell you that you're delusional or that something's wrong with you, that you're crazy, because most people can't fathom a group of people doing something like this to someone and having so much power and control over a situation because most people don't really think that far. They really don't think that those things happen. Especially if they don't have a connection to God, because it seems to me that the majority of people who tend to have these issues, it seems like, it's with people who have high spiritual beliefs in the most high. At least that's what my experience has been so far with this. Um But one thing I wanted to talk about real quick, other than, just the overall discomfort in wanting to be understood, but knowing that most people will never understand you. They'll never, because they've never experienced it and they'll never really know what it's like. And until there's some sort of evidence or proof that it happened to you, they're not going to believe it. Um, but one thing I've noticed about myself, and maybe someone can relate to this as well. When you begin to evolve consciously, you can't be around people like that anymore. When you know too much, when you've seen too much, when you understand things on a different level, on a deeper level, it just doesn't feel right anymore. Things just don't, the casual conversations, like even like just within the last couple of days of me being here, like not that I have any problems or anything with my ex's friends or anything, like they've all been um they all been kind. One second, sorry, my ex's best friend just he was talking to somebody. I didn't want all that in the video, but I'm just like just within a couple of days that I've been here with my baby and at my ex's house, I'm just even listening to some of the conversations that are being had around me, and it's like the conversations lack depth. It feels to me like a lot of people talk to one another just to talk. Like the conversations don't feel authentic, they don't feel real. I'm not saying that these people are like devoid of like love and like affection for one another, but they just don't feel genuine. It's just kind of like, I have you in my life because I have you in my life. Like, it just doesn't, there's just no substance to these relationships. And like, one of the things I never liked about my, well, I won't say I never liked. I had a problem. I had a problem with it towards the end because it started to become an issue for me. Um, it's something I didn't like it. I accepted it, but as towards the end of our relationship, it became tiresome for me. But one thing I'm not a fan of when it comes to my ex is he allows so many people into his home. Um, and the thing that I don't like about that is, even I don't care if they're a part of his his group or whatever that he has, allowing so many people into your home, in my opinion, is can be detrimental, because people bring in spirits, and people bring in negative energy and things of that nature, and it's like he doesn't have any like spiritual practices or anything like that to cleanse. And it's like, you just have people in here all the time. People be so comfortable over here, and I just don't understand it. I never have. And I mean, and as that group grows, as they have new members come in every year, it's just like, the fact that they just get so comfortable is crazy to me. But it's just, but even in that group, like, I know that they call each other the bros or whatever, and I know they got a lot of love for one another, but it's like, even in those conversations, the conversations just feel dead. And even like, I was having, after me and my ex had our little whatever conversation last night, which I realized something, like, I gotta play my role in this. Like, I gotta do what I gotta do in order to just get by in this situation, because he's never going to see my point of view in this, unless there's some sort of proof. And I still feel like he may have some ties to it in some way, just because of some of the stuff that happened. But it's like, right now, I got to put that aside, because he's been taking care of my baby, and she really loves her dad, and I'm not gonna take her away from him or nothing. Like, we already had that situation in the beginning of this year, and I told him, like, I thought I was protecting her, and I'm not gonna apologize for that. I'm not gonna apologize for, hi Tori, making the best decision that I thought I could make. Hi honey. I haven't seen her since last night. Mila wants to see you, honey. I'll put some more water in your bowl. Um, she living her outdoor fantasy, so I'm just, she don't really seem like she want to come inside. My ex said that she can, but he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't care. He really probably don't want her to, which I understand. But she been out here, so I'm just been letting her do her thing. Um, anyways, yeah, I I'm just starting to realize, like, as you grow spiritually, as you grow consciously, as you evolve, that you just can't be around people the same way. You really just start to see some people just gotta be around other people. Like, some of these, like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having friends and stuff like that, but like, some people really just need other people around all the time. And I feel like that can be kind of dangerous sometimes, because you don't really have that one-on-one time with yourself. You got to have that personal time with yourself. You got to have that understanding with you. And it just, this is going to be difficult for me, because I don't know how long this is going to be. I hope it doesn't take forever, but honestly, I really don't know at this point. I'm not saying, like, and I keep saying this throughout this journey, like, I'm never going to give up on God, because God has done some really amazing things in my life, and I believe that he'll do it again. But right now, what I'm concerned with is, like, I've just been going through so much for so long. Like, it's the middle of September right now. I have been without my own housing for almost a full 6 months. And it's like, I've been dealing with this for so long. And You know, it's like I want to work more. You know, I want my channel to grow. Obviously, I would love to make money on social media, but you know, I'm letting it happen organically. I know a lot of people be buying their views and all that stuff so they can grow their channels faster, but I don't want to do that. I want my messages to reach the people who are supposed to see them. And I mean, it's slow, but it's definitely working. Like, it takes time. But also I just like being able to, you know, be organic and show y'all like the struggles that I've been through and be transparent and honest, because I really don't have people to talk to. Like, I don't even want to talk to my ex anymore about what's going on with me. Like, I'll give him updates. You know, I told him I would look into getting a therapist, which I don't mind going to therapy, but I'm not going to tell them about this. Well, I'm not going to go into details about it. That's I'm for sure not going to do be at this point, because it's not even worth it. Um, and I'll tell them straight up, like, I made decisions based on what I felt at the time, and if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, and I'll take accountability for that. But I'm not. This has been difficult. People really don't get it. Um, and I guess this is also like one of the goals of the gang stalkers. Like, they want you to feel isolated and they want you to feel like you're alone, because they want people to believe that you're crazy, because it just solidifies everything that they've been saying. And even since I've been here, I've still been being gang stalked, which I already knew, because I mean, I'm back in the city that it originated in, so of course the gang stalker's gonna be around here. But I mean, I've been inside the majority of the time, so it hasn't been too bad. um but good thing is that my ex did turn my phone on, so I do have the ability to be on my phone again. um so I am still doing my services. If anybody would like to, you know, if you want a reading, if you want a coaching session with me, I'm here for it. Like, let's help each other out. But I just wanted to come on here real quick and just tell y'all, like, I really am just starting to see. Well, I won't say starting to see, but I really feel like if you've been elevating consciously, spiritually, emotionally, if you've been healing, you really just start to see how just weird people's relationships are, and how like shallow conversations are, and it's just kind of boring. People would just be talking just to talk, and it's like, I don't want to talk just to talk anymore, because it's like I've seen too much, I know too much. It's kind of crazy. It's like I can't have normal conversations with you when I feel like I know way more than I could ever explain to you, because you just aren't there yet. And some people just never going to be there. And I'll also say this, like, me and my ex like have been broken up for it's been a year now, right? And me coming into his home and being in here, like, it's kind of funny because he never really got rid of me. Like, there's so much of my stuff still here, like a lot of my toiletries, and he never got rid of my Netflix profile, like, you know, just little stuff like that I've noticed since I've been here. I'm like, you got so much of my stuff here. Like, you never even threw it away. So it almost feels like, cuz I'm fucked up in the mind, cuz it don't even feel like it was a year ago. It doesn't even feel like a year. Like, his oldest daughter, she's in second grade, and I was like, why was I thinking she was in first grade? She started first grade last year, September. She's in second grade now. That's crazy to me, because I'm like, the girl is getting old now. You know, I've been watching her grow up. So it's like, you know, it's weird. Like, it's just, life is just so strange right now, y'all. But I hope I can make some more messages. Like, I don't want all my messages to be like this, because it's just like, I'm just kind of in a shock, in in a transitional period, trying to figure out what's going on and what's going to happen next, because I really don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to work and make some money. I'm trying to get some stuff back together. My ex is helping me a lot more than he probably should, and I appreciate him for that. Even though it's like, I still am cautious about certain things because it's like I remember how he treated me and what he said to me. So it's like having that in the back of my head and just trying to, I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to keep it copacetic right now because at the end of the day, I'm here for my baby. And it's like, it's not like I can leave and go somewhere. I have nowhere else to go. Not at this moment, I don't. And it just doesn't seem logical for me to, although, like I said, I don't really like this. This isn't what I wanted for my baby. I'll be uncomfortable because her father does have to work. He does have things that he needs to do, and I have the capabilities to take care of her, and that's what I'm gonna do that. Plus, my ex has the things, a lot of things have not changed for him. Like his house is still pretty much like the same kind of, he's kind of messy. I won't even say kind of, it's very messy in his house. He buys groceries and he doesn't cook. So it's like I've been trying to help him rid himself of some of the stuff in his house, like some of his canned goods, and I'm eating his stuff that he hasn't touched in years. Stuff in the refrigerator, I'm making sure that it doesn't go bad. Like I'm trying to cook his stuff for him, and at least, because then I at least can feed my baby, feed myself. And he like I said, he, like in my last video I said, he's been very hospitable. He bought some stuff specifically for me that he didn't have to do. But he is that type of person. Like he's not completely a bad person. I'm not saying my ex is terrible. He did some really mean things to me. He said some really bad things to me, but he's not all bad. He is a good dad. He takes very good care of his children the best that he can. Like I said, he's not perfect, but he wasn't a good partner to me. And I appreciate him for what he's doing right now. But I realized, like, just in the couple of days, like, I've changed a lot. And I haven't seen much change in him. Like, I'm sober completely. I haven't drank in over a year. I haven't smoked or done any like marijuana products in over 4 months. Um, and I'm not knocking him for smoking or nothing like that because that's his business. He absolutely is a grown ass adult and can do whatever he wants. But it's just like I just see the same patterns in him. Like there's nothing different about him from last year to this year. As my mom would say, I'm not impressed. So it's just like and it's like I appreciate him for what he's doing, but it's like I also like sitting back and realizing, like, why were we even ever together? Like we literally don't really have anything in common. Although yes, I've changed and I've evolved in a lot of different ways. It's like still looking back at who I was then, we really didn't have anything in common. For real. We like some of the same stuff, but those things are frivolous. Okay, we like anime. Okay, we like going to the movies. Okay, we like eating food. Okay, we can have some deep conversations, but for the most part, him and I really was never supposed to be together, and that's why he'll continue to be a karmic to me, because he is. We was never supposed to be together. I mean, as I love my baby, but we probably shouldn't have had her. I'm blessed that we had her. It's the ice cream truck. Um, I'm blessed to have her. I sometimes just wish that things were a little bit different. But you know what? I will say this too, like, but I'm really grateful because it's like, I get to take care of myself better now, having access to showering and a restroom is something that you don't realize how great it is to have that until you don't have it. Me being in my car for 7 weeks taught me a lot. And I think I'm going to write some stuff down and I'm going to make some messages about that too. Because at the end of the day, I'm just trying to live in gratitude about, because like I said, like this year's been whooping my ass the whole entire year. I thought that this year was going to be my year. I thought this year was going to be my year, y'all. I thought that I was like, oh yeah, 2025. I was like, things are going to change, especially after everything that I went through in 2024. You know, I was like, things are going to get so good. I can't wait to see what God has in store for me. I don't know what this is. I know that there's purpose in the pain, but man, this year, like I said, it has whooped my ass. It's whooped my ass. I'm so tired, y'all. I didn't realize how messed up I made my body. Well, I won't say I made my body, but living in my car and doing all that stuff I had to do for all them weeks, how messed up my joints and stuff are. Like my legs are on fire. And it's because I went from having to walk, you know, a few miles every single day to not really walking as much for a few days. And also just like being able to have access to, you know, like I said, like my ex had a whole bunch of stuff in his house that I could make right now that he hasn't touched. Like I could be so creative in his kitchen right now if I wanted to, because like I said, he buys groceries and he doesn't touch stuff. Like he be buying stuff that he doesn't need, thinking that he needs it, but he already has it. So it's like he's one of those people. So I'm like, yeah, I could be in here. I could make like lunch and dinner for me for, you know, a couple of days and he wouldn't even know. Type of deal. And I know he doesn't care because he's just like, whatever's in here, it doesn't matter. And that's why I've been eating his canned goods, because I'm like, bro, you could be utilizing these a lot better. Like I'm about to literally steal like half. I won't say steal. I'm about to use half of his stuff in there, because I'm like, you've been wasting your time. But by the way, canned goods don't really go bad at the expiration date, but you should check them. Like some of his stuff it's been like a couple of years and I'm like, these cans are still good. They're still good. You can still eat them. Like the preservatives in them, and they're sealed very well. As long as it's never been opened, those canned items are good. And you know, if we ever have like an apocalypse type of thing, those are the things that you want to have. So he's ready for the apocalypse if it ever happens. All right, but I'm gonna let this go. Thank you guys for listening. I'm sorry. I know, like I said, I'm gonna come back with some real messages. I'm kind of just trying to rest a little bit because there's been a lot, and plus, you know, I've been with my baby 24/7, so which I needed to do this though. I needed to be with her 24/7 again, because we haven't been together. Like she literally looked me dead in my eyes and said, "Mommy, please don't leave me." And so I feel like it's my duty right now as a mother to be uncomfortable, accept this help from my ex, and let him help me get some things together. And I don't know what God is working on for me. I don't know what's next for me. I'm still gonna keep my faith strong. I'm still gonna live in gratitude because, you know, I have a lot of things to still be grateful for. I mean, just being with my baby has been amazing. I mean, it's been tough because she's 2 and she got that attitude from both of her parents, honestly. But just being with her after not being able to be with her for a long time is really really great and amazing. But I do want to come on here. I will make this video tomorrow. I'm gonna find some time to do it. I do want to talk about human trafficking, and we need to have a real discussion about that, because there was something that happened on Saturday before I came here, and I want to make it clear to y'all, like, we have to be careful and be diligent out here. So I'll make that video tomorrow. If not, I'll make it tonight and post it tomorrow. So we'll see, but it'll be up soon. Okay. But it's your girl K Divine, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for listening. Please stay tuned. I'm gonna make more messages. I just want y'all to see that I'm here. I'm tired though. I'm exhausted. It's been a lot going on, and all these transitions and things, and it's taking a toll on my body. Like, but it's gonna be okay. But I love y'all. See y'all soon. It's your girl K Divine. Bye.